All right, Vivec, I know you've got that mongrel dog hiding around here somewhere. Where is he?
Now, Vorin, whatever has happened, I'm sure it's not that serious. You can't just...
Hand him over now, or the 38th sermon is going to be all about how you and I laid waste to the city in battle with one another.
Vorin, I can't. He's going to be too important in a few years, and we're going to need him.
That drunk little idiot is going to be important. He can barely get through a week without getting blasted on whatever substance he gets his hands on. Him, the one who lured my daughter into his... You know what? Doesn't matter. There's nothing he could possibly be good for that someone else couldn't do better. Is he outside?
Vorin, do you not remember Mehrunes Dagon? He's going to attempt something in a few years, something that will be disastrous for all of Tamriel. The thing keeping him from coming now is the Dragonfires. Now, I know you care not to hear about Akatosh and the Divines, but such is the case. The Dragonfires protect Nirn from invasion via oblivion, and it is these fires that represent the pact between Akatosh and the heirs of Elysia, which are relit whenever a ruler ascends the ruby throne of the Empire.
I'm still not seeing the connection, nor why I should care. The Emperor has 2 sons.
Actually, and I need you to pay attention to this part. He has 3. The first 2 are going to be killed by a cult determined to bring Dagon to Nirn. The third, Dagon will also try to kill...
I still don't understand. What does that have to do with...
He is going to be the last, and it will be to both our benefits if we allow this particular dalliance. I'm sure you could overlook his being a mongrel dog if it put a crown on your beloved daughter's head, couldn't you?
Vivec, you utter... How long have you been planning this?
Dad, are you in here?
Since Martin woke up in my temple. You must admit that my plan solves a few problems. All it requires is that you swallow your dislike for one particular imperial, that's all.
Plan? What plan?
Oh, Haj-deek, there you are. Well... this is awkward, isn't it? I was just explaining to your father that I had planned for you and Martin to develop a friendship.
Stop lying. You planned a hell of a lot more than that.
Vivec, you mean you and Martin?
Just me. Martin had no idea I had this in mind. And there she goes. Well, thanks a lot, Vorin. That's going to make things much more difficult now.
Well, you're lucky I don't beat the divinity out of you right here and now for planning this behind my back, you two-faced little shit.
Ah, my lady, it's nice to see you again. I don't suppose your father is anywhere nearby. Should I run and hide?
Probably I don't know.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, it's just, I knew Azura and the Hist had plans for me. And of course my father did. Now I find out Vivec had plans for me too, involving you. Are there any plans you have for me that I need to know about?
My lady, do I really look like the kind of man able to plot involving someone else? I can barely get through the day without being tempted to drink or take some illicit substance. One day at a time, Lord Vivec tells me, and that's how I've tried to do it. The only kind of plan I have for today is what I'm going to have for lunch. If you'd like to join me, that'll be fine. But otherwise, my lady...
Please, just stop calling me my lady. I'm tired of being called by a rank. Say Haj-deek or Nerevar or something like that. Just anything but a title. I don't want to think about what I am because that just means thinking about how I'm always a piece in someone else's game.
I know this probably isn't comforting to hear, but you get used to it. You find your own way to snatch a few stolen moments of happiness, or... well, from what I've heard of you, you forge your own way forward. I wish I could do that, but considering my position here...
Right, I forget. Anyway, what about that lunch you talked about? I think food would make an excellent distraction right now.